So today we're going all the way from the Val up the line to the Sunshine Coast and all the way up to Nambour, and then we're going to take a connecting bus over to Noosa and then back to the Yandina ginger factory and then back to Nambour and all the way back home again. Someone's very excited. Nambour station. It's quite beautiful here. So peaceful. Nambour derives its name from the Aboriginal word Nambour for Melaleuca viminalis, or red flowering bottlebrush. Originally named Petries Creek after Tom Petrie, who established a logging camp with the help of Aboriginal, Turrbal and Kabi Kabi men in 1862. With the opening of the railway station connecting it to Brisbane in 1891, the town was officially renamed Nambour after the Nambour cattle station. Sadly, in 1924, a fire destroyed many of the timber buildings in Main Street. Today, as in the past, Nambour is a gateway to surrounding regions. Although some of the original heritage buildings still exist, I feel that Nambour has suffered from some poor town planning decisions. For example, one of the shopping centres has a car park that backs onto a local park and creek, creating an urban slum feel for what could potentially be a lovely tourist feature, as had been done at Petrie Park, which has been turned into a nature walk. Nambour does have a model railway which operates Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and is home to the Big Pineapple, which is roughly a 20-minute drive out of town. It also has connecting bus services to take you to the ginger factory in Yandina. For the train aficionados, Nambour is known as one of the key places for the Mapleton Tramway, the traces of which can be found if one is keen enough. I will post some links in the description. There is also talk of recreating part of this train track on the original path from one end of the town to the other. The people of Nambour are friendly and the bus drivers are extremely helpful towards people who require wheelchair assistance. All the local TransLink buses are wheelchair accessible. There are a good number of services available well into the late afternoon to connect you to Noosa and Maroochydore. So we're just over in Petrie Park and found this cute little timber walkway across the water. Unfortunately, oh, it is wheelchair accessible from the other side. We might take Hannah over that. And it's just so peaceful, just the bird life. Have a listen. Alright, let's get Hannah over there because I'm sure she'll enjoy that. Just a bit of warning for wheelies. The ramp is really quite steep and there can be a little bit of silt on there if there has been rain. We nearly ended up in the river, so perhaps don't take this. We did make it up okay. And no, Mum's not trying to kill me. It's just a new wheelchair, quite a bit heavier than the one we had previously, and we're still learning how it actually functions. and the limits that it can take. Although there is some speculation that the name Noosa derived from the Aboriginal word Noontera meaning shade or shadow, a website claiming to represent the interests of the Gubbi Gubbi people who were traditionally found in this area dispute this suggestion, saying instead that the word may have come from the Indonesian word for island, which is Noosa, as Noosa Heads resemble an island, and indeed this can be found on an 1870s map showing Noosa with a U. As the Gubbi Gubbi people did not have an S in the language, and the listed words for shade or shady are said to be vastly different from the official narrative found on tourist website, it is likely that this suggestion is correct. The closest Aboriginal word for Noosa may have been Nuntermanantaran, which means pleasant valley, but even this word is quite a stretch from the name we know today as Noosa. On the other hand, Indonesian boats were well known to have sailed down the Queensland coastline and traded with locals and are more likely the originators of this name. We can easily imagine the European settlers of the time choosing the simpler word of Noosa over the more complicated sounding Nuntermanantaran. I will post the link in the description so that you, the viewer, can make up your own mind about this. Incidentally, there is a Gubbi Gubbi museum in Pomona which we intend to visit sometime in the future, along with the Majestic, a silent movie theatre from the 1920s. Okay, so we've arrived at Noosa Heads. A little bit tricky with the bus, just we've had as chair, it's a little bit trickier to get on and off, but hopefully with a bit of practice we'll get better at it. And is excited to be here and looking forward to seeing some ocean. Looks nice. Maybe we'll eat here. I might come back and eat here. This looks kind of cool. I like it. Let's see. Like a lady of leisure by the seaside. Yeah. Yeah. So Hannah and I have made an executive decision that we're not going to go to Yandina and the ginger factory just because we're just enjoying the atmosphere here so much. It's such a relaxed, sort of almost like reminds me of I guess like, you know, a French Riviera or, somewhere like that. It's just got a lovely atmosphere. So we're going to hang around until about 3 o'clock. Then we'll take the 3:18 bus back and in time for earlier connections so that we get home by 7:20. La plage. I don't know how to pronounce it in French, but I'm guessing it's La plage. Just funny because we were talking about how it reminds us of the French Riviera. No, it's about you. Bush turkeys. had no idea bush turkeys could climb trees. And so we come to the end of another journey. My name is Hannah, my mum is my voice, and this has been another one of Hannah's really awesome adventures. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.